Hey, this is Dave, and here to tell you about a really cool day that I had today. I actually met one of the guys who developed the GI effects stool test, which is this testing method that I told you about on Wednesday in the last video that we did. Before I tell you about all that stuff, I just wanted to let everybody know that next week I'm doing something for the first time. I've not done it before. I'm actually doing an interview with experts series on the phone. Now, I'm going to be interviewing 3 experts, and I'm going to be holding a teleseminar myself, and I'm going to be talking about some really relevant topics that are huge in today's society in terms of health. We're going to be talking about, on Monday, cholesterol and how you are being lied to by the pharmaceutical companies about cholesterol. We're going to learn about how low cholesterol is far more dangerous than high cholesterol, and a whole load of other controversial bits and pieces with a guy named Justin Smith, who's actually written an entire book. It took him 3 years to research and write this book. It's called 29 billion Reasons to Lie About Cholesterol. On Tuesday, I'm going to be talking to Dr. Jeff Moss, who has been working in the natural health field for 25 years. What Jeff doesn't know about natural health isn't worth knowing. And we're going to talk about how digestive health can have a huge knock-on effect and cause problems elsewhere in your body. Thinking about things like mood, depression, thinking about heart disease, and we're talking about tons of other really strongly and highly developed diseases that may have their roots in problems in your digestive tract. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to be talking to Laurent Bannock, who is a friend of mine. He's a real nutrition guru. He's worked with the likes of Sting and Princess Diana in his past. He's worked with world championship boxers, many NFL players, and so on and so forth, Olympic athletes. And we're going to be actually talking about how digestive function can make you get fat. Or conversely, it can actually make you lose a lot of weight. So, stay tuned for that one, because it's going to be really interesting, and lots of hints and tips on how to stop all that stuff happening. Then on Thursday, I'm going to run a teleseminar on my own, which is going to be on the subject of stress. And stress is a very broad area, but I want to tell you right now that there is the stress you know about, and then there is the stress you don't know about. And oftentimes it's the stress you don't know about that is going to do you the most damage. Okay, so stay tuned for next Thursday as well, because that's going to be the eve of the launch of the brand new website, which is very exciting. Now, just going back to my cool day today, I met Tony Hoffman. Tony, as I say, is a guy who developed the GI effect stool testing with Metametrics. And what I learned today kind of even blew what I already knew out of the water. I'm not going to repeat it to you now, because some of it was really in-depth and really complex. But one of the things that I wanted to just touch upon, based on the comments that you all left, thank you very much for the comments, by the way, always extremely helpful. But based on the comments and the emails that you sent, a lot of you say, yeah, I'm going to go back to my doctor and I'm going to get them to run stool testing and try and find out what's going on in my digestive system. Let me tell you right now that the testing that is currently being used in the medical system to assess your digestive tract, and I'm not talking about ultrasounds, I'm not talking about endoscopies and all the real cool physical stuff that they can do with their scans and all that kind of technology. I'm talking about getting down to the real grassroots level and finding out the bugs that are living in your body that shouldn't be there, and also discovering whether you have the right levels of the bugs that should be there, the good bacteria. They don't do it, and even when they do test, the testing is, it might as well have just been extincted with the dinosaurs. The technology that we talked about today with Tony was just unbelievable. And basically, you're almost wasting your time running stool testing that is currently being used in the medical system. Interesting fact, all the research that is being done at the moment on the gut microflora, the bacteria, the yeast and fungals, the parasites and things that are living in the digestive system, they're using what's called PCR technology, which is what we use with the GI effects test. It's infinitely more accurate, 5,000 times, up to 5,000 times more accurate than conventional stool testing. So all the research is being done using this technology. Okay, all the research papers that are coming out in the medical journals is being fueled by DNA PCR technology in the stool testing. It finds things that conventional stool testing never has done and never will find. Okay, but guess what the problem is? All the research is being done with the cool testing, all the testing in the doctor's offices is still being done using dinosaur testing. That's why so many people are walking around, even though they've had loads of testing, not understanding why they still don't feel well. So shortcut the process. I really strongly encourage you, especially after I learned what I learned today from Tony and some of the other staff from Metametrics, is that if you really want to get to the bottom of what's going on in your digestive system, why you have heartburn, acid reflux, so-called irritable bowel syndrome, which really doesn't exist, things like diarrhea, constipation, bloating, even up to things like bad breath, skin conditions, and all the other stuff that we link strongly with the digestive tract. You've got to get yourself tested using something like the Metametrics GI effects testing. I've included on this webpage for you another case history of a woman who came to me who we found H. pylori, and we found 3 different parasites in her, and you can read all about that one by downloading the document below. And we've also got the actual interpretive guide from the Metametrics clinical testing for you to download as well. It's fairly complex, but you'll see the vast amount of information that you get from running one of these tests. So I really encourage you, the more I learn about this test, the more I use it, and the more excellent results we get with people, the more I just want to spread the word so that we don't have so many people wandering around lost, not knowing what is causing all their symptoms. So that serious side note aside, keep an eye out for your on your email box over the next couple of days, because I'm going to be giving you all the access details for all the free calls that we're running next week on the cholesterol, gaining weight from having bad digestion, all the stuff that we're going to be talking about with Jeff Moss, heart disease and what have you, and then the stress teleseminar that I'm holding on Thursday. All that is going to be given to you over the next couple of days in your email box, and hopefully we're going to have as many people as possible on the calls, asking questions, getting a really good lively debate going, and really educating and helping you so that you can feel better. So I hope everybody watching has a wonderful weekend. Hope you have a great weekend, and look forward to catching up with you again on Monday. And if you want to order one of these stool tests, you can just click on the link kind of below this window and a few inches down the screen, and we'll have one shipped out to you pretty much straight away. Thanks very much, and we'll speak soon.